exercise is important, but these things are also very, very important. Look this one. Our education system is based on examinations. We always used to take so many tests in the past. So test doesn't measure intelligence or ability. Okay. Let me share the screen first. Okay. So look, I repeat once again, our education system at present is based on examination. We are going to measure or count intelligence or ability of the students with the help of tests. But it is said that it doesn't measure how the mind processes information, how motivated experiences develop systems, or how the mind sorts out instincts or opinions or evaluation of possibilities or alternatives. What students used to do? They used to mug up the thing or contain whatever teacher has taught in the class, and they used to go in the examination hall. They are going to write whatever they have mugged up, and they came back. And just on the basis of 3 examinations, we are going to give them marks. We are going to measure intelligence or ability. Actually, not that we couldn't measure a student on the basis of this. Actually, to measure the student according to his skills, how he's going to do or how he's going to process throughout the year. These things are very, very important. Our tests are not going to measure such kind of intelligence or ability. So, again, you can see what is education. Might be there's one man who has put book on his head. Okay. So just I said the same thing, that who taken book, or you are saying that a book is on the forehead of a man. So knowledge by this itself has no value. It is a dictionary filled with words. So what is the function of the dictionary? We are going to use dictionary to find out the meaning of a word. So in the same way, knowledge is accordingly. If you are going to say that whenever a teacher is teaching in the class and we are going to take notes, we are going to store it in our mind only for the purpose of examination, then it has no any kind of value. It is just like a dictionary. So we have to go beyond this dictionary. We'll have to use that knowledge. For example, a teacher has taught a very nice lesson today regarding helping others. So what the students are going to do? They are going to keep all those things in their mind. From the point of view of examination, they are going to take notes from the point of view of examination. But did you ask your students the next day that whom they have helped yesterday after learning that lesson? What do you think regarding this? What do you think? Do our teachers used to ask such kind of things to their students the next day? Yeah. I want an answer from you. Do you think?
There are very few
Yes,
teachers who
anybody?
really there are very few teachers who really find out how the students have practically used the lesson taught by them.
Yes, but it is very much necessary at present. Hmm? value, as I said, is the process of stringing them together that gives them value. Look, if you will take mere words, only words, words, and words, you might find here there are some alphabets are given, and whenever we are going to collect some alphabets, it becomes a word. But only words are also not valuable. Whenever you are going to string all those words together, then it gives them a value. For example, take a very simple sentence. Try, but don't cry. Hmm? Try, but don't cry. Whenever we are going to put or string all these words together, then we will find that it is a very valuable thing. Whenever you are going to give the sentence to anyone, whenever he is going to use the same sentence in his life, then definitely he or she will get such kind of results also. So it is the thing that here we are the teachers. It is not the work of teacher to give only words or to give only the content whatever given in the book, but beside that we must teach our students to use that knowledge, to apply that knowledge in their daily life. Because what happened, whenever that means we are going to give such kind of knowledge to the students, no problem, they will get 100% marks, they will be awarded with prizes, but in their life they will never get success. Look, only if we'll get a huge money, then we cannot say that you have achieved success. Take example of Mr. Charlie Chaplin. You know, I think there is no one in this world at present who never know Charlie Chaplin, because he was such kind of a person who was full of sorrow, but he always used to give happiness to each and every person. We have always like to see the movies or serials of Charlie Chaplin. So we have to make such kind of generation who will apply the knowledge, whatever given in the book, whatever taught by the teacher to the whole society. Look, how the words are strung together determines the level of value. How you are going to strung the words together. Look, it is also very important. It is said that whenever you are going to speak very sweet words, suppose a person who is full of sorrow, and if you go to her or him, and if you will use very sweet words, then for some time also he will get happiness. So it is in your hand how to use your words. We always say, look, he or she is a very sweet person. Whenever I will go to him or her, I find relief. I find happiness over that whenever I will speak to him. If there are some people who always used to speak with you regarding their problems, that means you possess something. And if you are very sweet, then definitely students will like you in the class also. So I'm not going to say that always be very, very sweet. Actually, I like to be sweet, but whenever it is very, very, very much necessary, only that time you might scold the students, but there must be sweetness in your scolding also. One might say, sir, you are saying like this, but this is not a practical thing. If you do likewise in the class, students will never listen to you. Actually, I never believe on this thing, but no problem. It will take time if you are going to use only sweet words. But after some days, after some years, definitely students will understand whatever you want to say and they will gain success. And one more thing, students always imitate their teacher. So if you will teach them the lesson of sweetness, then definitely they will achieve, or they will, I might say that they will steal this value from you and they will use the same thing in the society. So this is very important, whatever I say, that whenever you're going to strung words together, then it determines the level of value. Okay. Look, now our education system is a system that memorizes the dictionary. I also told you, if you see the background of this slide, what the students are going to do. Each and everyone are sitting or already sat on one bench, and he or she is going to write the paper. In exam, just he or she is going to memorize whatever he or she has learned, and they are going to put it on the paper. So when our students have such kind of memorized knowledge, what they used to do, they are going to use it only for passing in the examination, or they are going to use him only for gaining good marks in the examination. Afterwards, they might forget it because they never implement it, they never use it for the welfare of the society. So what we used to do, only we are going to give them one test. Only it is based on dictionary knowledge. They are going to keep all those things, whatever they have memorized, out of from their brain, and they are going to put it on the paper. It will never influence them to get good opportunities in future in their life. So natural skills are not considered in our education system at present. Okay, take a very simple example. Suppose there is a very good job of HR manager in a very famous company. There are two students, there are two candidates in front of the interviewers. One who has achieved 100 in all examinations. He has many awards. Second, he has achieved only 7% marks in examination, but he is a very communicator. Whenever he will enter in the room of interview, he or the interviewers might find that he is a very sweet person. He has the art to convince the person who is in front of him. He is very respectable. He possesses so much value. And the other person who has achieved 100% marks, but whenever he entered in the cabin, he was not such kind of sweet personality. He is egoistic, and he didn't possess such kind of values which are possessed by the another person. So my dear students, tell me, whom do the whom will they select for the post of HR manager? What do you think? Any answer? Any answer from the participant? No answer? Look, actually, in B.Ed, we use two-way communication. So all of you must speak something. Whatever is in your mind, you may speak. Whom do the interviewers will select for the job of HR manager?
So the candidate with
Yes.
the sweet.
Yes, definitely. That means all is who possess values or who is very sweet person, because they knew that they want such kind of person because he's going to handle all that means all the team. So it is very, very important from our side that we must teach our students the skills of life, natural skills, which will be very useful in their whole life. So from now onwards, if you are working as a teacher, you must keep these things in mind, that only teaching the content is not important in the class, but besides these things, we must teach values, we must teach natural skills to our students. So you may see the meaning of education is given in the slide. Achieve in life, use inspiration and motivation to overcome barriers. You know, you might have seen achievers who has achieved lots of things in life. They always use inspiration and motivation to overcome barriers. Though there are so many barriers in their life, but they never give up. They always go ahead, and ahead because they knew how to overcome these barriers. So as a teacher, we must teach our students. We like to give such kind of education to our students so that they will get inspired or motivated through your words. The next thing you might see over here, teaching to the test doesn't inspire or motivate anyone. Memorizing doesn't inspire love to learn. In fact, it doesn't just the opposite, it turns off the desire to learn. Look, if you'll do this thing only, just go in the class, just take the book in your hand, just teach the content to your students, take test after test, declare the result. It will never motivate anyone, but it will create or it will definitely increase ego in the mind of students. So it is very important for us to teach our students. That means to inspire our students. You like to create love to learn so many things in the mind of students so that they will be very, very inspired to learn whatever you are teaching. They will implement all those things in the class. Then what is the goal of education? Education's goal should be to develop a love to learn that stays within students throughout a lifetime. Look, as a teacher, if you create such kind of love to learn new things, whatever is new, you are supposed to learn. For example, if you take your students in the garden, if you take your students outside on the ground, you might tell him or you might teach him how to learn. For example, just take a very simple example that you're on the ground, your students are beside you, and you're observing that on a tree, a sparrow is making her nest. So at that same time, you may tell your students, oh, my dear students, please observe how the sparrow is making her nest. So all the students will observe how the sparrow is making her nest. So at the same time, you can teach several things to the students. That sparrow is such kind of bird who always make her own nest and very properly. Look, each and everything, whatever she is doing, there is neatness. So you must achieve such kind of neatness in your life. So in this way also, we can teach a number of things to our students so that they will be a keen observer for learning each and everything throughout their lifetime. So education should be a lifetime experience and not limited to the youth years. It's not only this thing. That means we'll have to learn till our 12th, till our graduation or our post-graduation. You know, our students also teach us a lot. I always like to learn so many things from my students also. So learn from each and every person. You know, a small baby also teaches so many things. How she or he is teaching you such kind of things. You know, a small baby or newborn baby who just came on this earth. You know how many times a small baby used to smile? Whenever you look at him or her, a small newborn baby, you'll find that he or she will get smile. Or whenever you'll give a sweet smile to him or her, again you'll find the action from him, his or her side. This is the thing we like to learn, that whenever we will meet someone, we must give a beautiful smile to that person. We must say, hi, hello, these things. Good evening, good afternoon. Now, there are such kind of persons also. Whenever you are going to smile and say, very good afternoon, very good morning, at that time also you'll find that there is nothing, no any kind of expression on their face. So what will you feel? Every day I used to say, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon. this person is never giving me response. So after some days, after some weeks, you might not giving him such kind of greeting, that means good afternoon, good evening. You know that this person never give me response. He or she might not like that. So I'm not going to say like this. So you have to teach these things also to your students. So learn very, very good things from each and every person, from birds, from animals also, from this nature also, so that you can achieve such kind of education. You can implement such kind of education for your students, and they will be a very, very good learners. I think this is enough for today's class. If there are some questions from your side, you may ask me. Are there some questions? Now the topic is open for discussion. I'm going to stop my screen sharing. Okay. Any question from your side regarding this, whatever we have learned today? Yes. As it is already 1:29, I think we have one. Any question? Okay, no question. Very good. No problem at all. Okay, can anyone summarize whatever we have learned today? Within 2 or 3 lines only. Whatever we have learned, just you like to summarize.
The education that we get in school,
Yes, you may continue.
the education that we get in school within the walls is not considered as, I mean, it is education, but education that is got by nature, by surroundings, by society, that also should be considered.
Yeah.
Marks do not define the intelligence of any person.
Okay.
Like, even if a person scores less marks, he
Yes.
can be intelligent in other, he can be having other qualities and talents which he can excel and become a prominent personality in the society.
Yes, definitely. Very good answer, Anita. And definitely, we expect such kind of things from all of you. From your, that means whenever you will take such kind of classes, whenever you will go in school, as I say that students always like sweet teachers. If a teacher is always scolding to the students, then he or she may not like such kind of personality. So be sweet teachers, be very good person. Okay, thanks a lot to all of you for your participation in today's lecture. So we will meet on in our next lecture again. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Now you have a short break. I
Thank
think
you, sir.
at 1:40 for you in your next lecture. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All of you are welcome. Have a very sweet day. Bye.